One Page Weekly with Nick Slavik. Founders Mode. I'm at the historic Hotel del Coronado Hotel in San Diego, just having finished the PCA commercial conference with some of the most inspirational humans in our industry, and it got me thinking a lot about what's next. Data plus feelings. Founder-led companies in the Fortune 500 had 1,100% better stock performance versus 57% better stock performance for non-founder-led companies. Founder-led companies also produce 31% more patents and spend 22% more in research and development. Founder mode is a recently coined term, but it's been in existence since the first business was created. Saying some obvious things here. But when the human who comes up with the idea for a company forces it into existence, starts staffing it, brings it to market, then stays on for its scaling, the original energy persists, and the company's big why is a constant driver. They typically work longer and harder, take more risks, and are far more passionate than traditional managers. One observation that deeply resonates with me is the stereotypical client obsession that most founders operate with. Looking back at the foundational years of my firm, each and every process, bit of marketing, and communication was dedicated to creating the finest experience and value for our clients. But there are downsides. Mental health challenges in founders are 50% more prevalent, and depression occurs twice as often than in the general population. Employees may feel strangled or the lack of autonomy because how involved the founder is in day-to-day operations. But the most present downside of founder mode is one that I've been embroiled in for years. I may not be the one to get where we need to go. Explanation. Founders and scalers are usually generalists. We can do accounting, marketing, sell stuff, manage projects and humans, create things from nothing, and get energy from the new and shiny and the difficult. At the early stages of any business, this is a necessity. But if your plans succeed, your cowboy firefighter mentality can actually hinder your firm. Your ability to not get demoralized by putting out fires can lead you to actually seeking out fires to put out. As your business professionalizes, your people do not want to live in a world of wartime actions. They want peace, consistency, low stress, and predictability. Someone very close to me said the most perfect thing. Founders, scalers, generalists cannot become integrators and managers. They're two different types of humans and two different types of personalities. You'll ruin your life trying to become what you are not. If you wanted to energize me, spur me on to do something big and scary, you would say exactly that. So for the last few years, I've worked as hard as a human can to try to become something I'm not, a manager. Office hours, one-on-one meetings, consistency, reliability, predictability. This did not work, forcing myself to assume a new personality. But through mentors, friends, performance coaches, and my beloved industry, I did start to find my own voice and my own processes for being the manager my company needs, allowing me to go through this next phase of business until I can find the managers that this firm deserves. So I find myself in an interesting slack-tide era of my company. We've slowed growth, professionalized, done all of the unsexy stuff to create enterprise value, but I stand at the bottom of a hill or mountain, not really sure how high the peak is. I've trudged through the brush-choked ravine at the bottom to emerge at this base. The direction is certain, but the exact degree on the compass is not. But it is up that hill, or mountain, or whatever this large thing is in front of me. I cannot yet turn this expedition over to another human, but I also cannot do it alone. When I do get to the next plateau, peak, or level spot somewhere up there, I will necessarily turn over some of this expedition management to another, having trained them while on this adventure. But we're not there yet. The memory of my last peak is still fresh in my mind, my legs having just recently recovered. My Idaho hunting friend Cam introduced me to a profound and eerily subtle sentence that I think about daily now. One more ridge. The last time he said that, we did 14 miles. This has been One Page Weekly with Nick Slavik.